Hey guys, we're at the Vice President's house and we're about to start our walk today. Gonna head down Embassy Row over to the Dupont Circle Farmers Market and see what else was stuff. Princess Marta. I told you about her the other day, FDR's last great love. The Crown Princess was a refugee in Washington during the war, and FDR certainly took a shining to her. That'll be the subject of the new masterpiece on PBS called Atlantic Crossing, starting April 4th. If you like watching about Norwegian royalty. This guy's in a hurry. We'll let her go. So it is Sunday, March 14th, and at this exact moment in time, the official time of the U.S. government is 12:32 and 11 seconds. That is the U.S. Naval Observatory's master clock. And those atomic clocks set the standard for U.S. time across all government agencies. So that's the clock you follow when you pay your taxes, if you're wondering. And yes, the Apple time servers are pretty much to the second aligned with the U.S. government time servers. So if you walk past that with your iPhone, it's basically the same time. We've shown you that before. That's the Vatican's embassy, and then there's Finland's embassy. Princess Martha was back there at the Norwegian embassy. And there'll be a bunch more embassies as we go. On our right is the Vice President's house. Up behind those trees, which you probably can't see. Not much going on there today. It's a Sunday and it's basically empty. Scooter. I'm kind of in a hurry. I don't have that app for that scooter company though. I don't think I have that app. Yeah. Nope, forgot my password. Well, we requested a new password. I'm resetting my password because we're probably going to see some of those scooters later today. So the helicopter lands back over that ridge. But it's not there today. They've been testing the new helicopter, the VH-92 or whatever. Sorry, I'm still busy with this stupid... Well, that's why they changed the... Ugh, so annoying. Alright, screw it. I'm not going to use that scooter. I'm not going to use that scooter because the app is so annoying. So I left the house and it said it was like low 50s. But the sun is out and I swear it's in the 60s now and getting warmer. I'm dressed for the low 50s. And I should take this coat off, to be honest. I'm gonna have to carry it. Oh well, we'll get by with this coat. Big no trespassing signs, big cameras, motion sensors, secondary fences. They don't want you to get over this fence. They don't want you on the grounds at all. British Embassy coming up. No idea why the light's changing. There's absolutely no cars here. Most of the lights are on sensors, not timers. Britannia. The embassy is actually basically empty right now. They're gutting it. It's like ripping out the walls, and the floors are still there, but that's about it. And they've got big construction trucks ripping up the driveway. I'm not sure where they're operating out of right now. There's a bird scooter. Let's go to the other side because there's a little kid here and I don't want to film little kids. If I can help it. Oh, that's a Lime scooter. I think Uber owns Lime. At least the Uber scooters are on Lime. So they cut down these trees the other day. They had a big crew out here with like a giant crane because these suckers were big. And now they're gone. I don't know, maybe they were rotten. It was a pretty big tree. You know, there's an app that like tells you how old the tree is. It just like takes a picture and counts the rings. Kind of cool. There's actually a bunch of deer back here. I don't see them right now. But sometimes, like at night they all come up and feed. You can see like 5 or 6 deer in this area. I filmed them a couple times. Over here is a little park to a poet. I'm not even sure why they built it or who built it, but there's this little memorial to this poet. I thought it might have been embassy ground or something, and an embassy built it. Khalil Gibran, Gibran, poet philosopher. And that's a little park for him. And no, I have no idea who he is. I know I'm uncultured, but I don't know who that dude is. This embassy actually got bigger about 15 years ago. This was like half the size and then they doubled after apartheid ended. Maybe they needed more representation. Maybe. They doubled the size of the South African embassy after this guy took power, Nelson Mandela. Mandela's defiant fist stares across the street to Winston Churchill. The statue of Winston Churchill over there has got the V for victory. And then there's the embassy of the plurinational state of Bolivia. And then the Brazilian embassy and the Brazilian ambassador. And just behind them is the Sri Lankan embassy and then the ambassador to Poland. This is the former Iranian embassy, currently unoccupied because like our embassy is unoccupied. And then the Iranian ambassador's house. So these have been empty since the Shah left and the Iranians stormed into our embassy. We have kind of left these empty. I keep seeing scooters and bikes here, but they're all like dead. They've all like no power. That's why they're abandoned kind of up here. People rode them up here until the batteries died. Maybe we'll get lucky and find one that has some energy left in it. And we can scooch the next part of our trip. Because I've taken you guys down this part, oh, so many times. I think you guys are bored of it. There's the Brazilian ambassador's house. And in the background, you'll start to see the Italian embassy. That's the Italian embassy back there. Then I think we decided the Hungarian ambassador lives down there. I wasn't sure about that flag the other day. I think it is Hungary. Some of these ambassadors to be named later for draft picks and or caste consideration. Some of these houses are not occupied by diplomats at the moment, pending ongoing trades in the off-season. It's more fun to describe it that way. Spin. I don't have a spin account. There's an Uber bike up here, but the indications are it's going to be dead. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a tick. There's an Uber bike in front of Ivanka Trump's old house. So we'll probably go over there because that's not far from us. And it will get us on our way. It's 12:40. My thing I want to go see is at like 1:30 it closes. That's an Uber bike. It's cool. That one's dead though. So we got to walk over the Rock Creek Parkway, make our way back by Barack Obama's house, and then find a bicycle in front of Ivanka Trump's old place. And then we can speed. That was a movie I watched with my kids last night, Speed. They kept saying, "Dad, that's so fake. Dad, that's so fake. Dad, that's so fake." I'm just like, whatever, just enjoy it. No, it's fake, Dad. That's Rock Creek on the left. That's a parkway on the right. All of that down below is the Rock Creek Parkway and National Park. This is actually a national park. Yeah, it has rangers. It's about, I think it's 3 square miles. Rock Creek is about 3 square miles. That's bigger than Central Park, if I remember. And it goes all the way up into the border of Maryland. And then when it hits Maryland, it actually gets even to be bigger. It becomes sort of like a state park, Rock Creek, or sort of like a county park. And it just goes up and up and up. So you get a lot of wildlife in here. You even have coyotes down here. Not just deer, but coyotes will come down into Rock Creek. And occasionally they'll come up into the residential areas. Which is one of the reasons I actually do carry pepper spray. Not so much coyotes, just any wild animal. I've stopped carrying pepper spray the last couple weeks because of the potential of being stopped by the police. Pepper spray is legal. I mean, you can carry it in the District of Columbia, but it's just one less thing I want in my pockets should I get detained by the police, which is happening more and more to photographers. And there's a tent. Homeless fella living over there, living off the land. Secret Service guy. This is the Islamic Center, a mosque. Basically, a lot of the Muslim embassies, Arab-speaking or Arab and Muslim nations will come over here for their prayers in the middle of the day. I'm not sure who built it, but the Saudi flag is kind of front and center there at the bottom, so maybe they had a role in funding this. Wouldn't surprise me if all those nations got together, like a consortium. So let's go find this bike. Wait a second, there's a couple more bikes up ahead. Let's see if they have juice. That way I don't have to go over here. They're not popping up on the map. This one over here is still popping up on the map. I can actually rent this scooter, the Revel scooter. It's an electric scooter, so you don't need a motorcycle license to drive it. But you have to wear a helmet, which I don't have a helmet. And in a pandemic, I don't feel like using the helmet that they've got, you know, in their little thing. So this is the Russian Defense Attaché's office. This is where the Russians do all their spying. In the old days, it was the KGB. Now it's FSB. And I don't know what the military intelligence. It used to be GRU. I'm not sure what they call themselves now. But this is the Russian Defense Attaché. We're right next door to Barack Obama's house. You see the police car is blocking the road, so we can't go to see Barack. But we can go up here and find that bicycle. I think I see it. You used to be able to drive on that road. It connects over to the other side of the circle. But now with Barack Obama living there, you can't go down that road. This is Guyana's mission to the OAS Embassy, Chancery of Guyana. What was it? Someone was saying, was Guyana the only English-speaking country in Latin America? I think Walk Fly Ride was telling me that, Rob, on his channel. That's Ivanka Trump's old place. It's for rent right now, $18,000 US a month, or for sale, $6 million, I think. But Ivanka Trump lived there while she and Jared Kushner were in Washington, D.C. I see a bicycle. Okay, this bike has a 14-mile range. I only need to go 1. Let's scan this guy. Scanning. Unlock. $1. Wear a helmet. Obey the laws. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. And it's unlocked. You guys heard that thing pop out? That was the lock. Oh, come on. Go in, go in. Good, let's get out of here. Okay. So, we're just going to ride this a bit. I did bring my gloves today. Oh man, this is going to be a noisy one. Some of these are just beat up. And away we go. Whee! We're on an Uber jump bike, and we're driving back through Kalorama Circle, which is filled with embassies and ambassadors' residence and houses of really, really rich and famous people. This is the most expensive neighborhood in Washington, D.C. This is more tonier and richer than Georgetown. Let's go down here. We'll go downhill. Looking good on the left, looking good on the right. Let's ram it. Whee. What is that, Cyprus? That looks like the Cyprus flag. Embassy of Cyprus. And what's Cyprus? And then this is the Dutch ambassador's house here on the left, and then Chad's embassy on the right, and then Cameroon's embassy right there. Let's go up this street. We're gonna have to use the pedal assist because it's gonna be a little bit insane. Oh, it's pretty easy when you go uphill with the pedal assist. Embassy of Pakistan Diplomat Ambassador's Residence. Mauritius? All right. This is Jeff Bezos' house. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. Sorry, we missed Woodrow Wilson's house because I was turned the other direction today. Both of this is Jeff Bezos. This is Myanmar's ambassador residence. No, this is Myanmar's embassy, which is currently also, that's also Herbert Hoover's house. Herbert Hoover lived there when he was in office before he became the vice president. The Irish ambassador lives there. Who else is down here? People in the park having a picnic. Let's go up on the sidewalk. Residents of Dominican Republic. No, Laos. Democratic Republic of Laos. The Laotian ambassador lives there. Wanted to turn right here, but there's steps. So we're barreling out of control down this hill towards Dupont Circle. That looks like Thailand, no? No, it's Costa Rica. Costa Rica. I should put my glasses in. I see the red, white, blue flag. I kind of thought it was Thailand. But it was Costa Rica. Okay, there's like no cars anywhere. Let's just do a right on red. Right on red is legal in the district. The District of Columbia was the last jurisdiction in the country to allow right on red, and then even had to be forced by federal mandate. Though left on red is illegal. One way to one way, left on red, that is illegal in the district. And right on red is illegal on a lot of intersections. They have specific no turn on red signs. Okay, I'm going to go down the street. Let's go this way. So this is Dupont Circle. And we're heading over to the Dupont Circle Farmers Market. Oh, there's a bike lane. We'll go on the bike lane, just the wrong way in the bike lane. Everybody out having tea. This is a good enough place to leave the bike, I think. Let's do that. Let's leave the bike up here at this rack. So now that we're done, we end the bike ride. Yes, end the ride. We have to lock it. It's locked. And how was your ride? It was okay. And that cost me $2. Yay! $2. Happy smile. And now we're down where we wanted to be. And I didn't have to show you the same old stuff I always show you. So, we're in Dupont Circle now. Well, the next block or two. This is kind of a trendy neighborhood. Lots of restaurants, shops, and today there's a farmer's market. That's what we came to see. Was what sort of wacky stuff is in the farmer's market? Oh, these are good because they've got hand sanitizer. Hang on a second. So that scooter company put hand sanitizer on all their scooters. So if you need hand sanitizer and you're in the middle of the city, you just find one of those scooters and squeeze some. Enter market here. Stop. You must be in compliance with DC mandates on masks. Maintain 6 feet. Shop quickly. Don't touch stuff you don't want to buy. How you doing? Clean energy. Breads. apples, Honeycrisp. I don't think I even bring any money. Yeah, I did bring something. Wacky. Fresh eggs. I just bought eggs like 10 minutes. I bought eggs before I came out. Orange juice. What's this? Mushrooms. Lots of mushrooms. This is an empty booth. This guy's selling, I don't know, sausage, egg, and cheese. With muffins. French toast bites. I made that for my kids yesterday. Organic, chemical-free produce. And this is the subway station. I think they're going to put a roof on this next year. Not an entrance. Well, we entered to the other side. Carrots. Jars of carrots. Fresh carrots, fresh honey. Crabs. Ooh, crab cake sandwiches. Smoked salmon. Gazpacho. Empanadas. Pasteurized cheese. Milk cheese. Keep 1 cow apart. That's a good way to visualize it. Just visualize a cow between you and everybody else. Kimchi. Microgreens. Is that just a way to call it like really small food? Grass-fed pork. Aged feta. Mozzarella. Cyber. Legumes. Coffee. Who wants coffee? Pasta. Fresh pasta. Oh, there's stuff over there too. Little Austria. Apple strudel. Ooh. Apple strudel. That's tempting. That's really tempting. Appleman. Street scent cellar. This market isn't as much fun as the market on Eastern Market we were in yesterday. This place sells grits. Grits and gumbo. And then a compost. Drop off your food waste for compost. Okay. Fresh eggs. Oh, that's pasta. Eco-friendly foods. Eco-pigs. Beef cubes.
Have a great week. Thank you very much.
Steaks. Sausages. Eggs. Parsley and apples and pork and lamb. All right, we don't go down there. We'll go down back here. There's more stuff. Kale. What is it with kale? Everybody wants to eat kale now. What's wrong with just lettuce? Exit only. We'll exit. Compost your food waste. Patisserie coupon. Ooh, there's all sorts of cookies and cakes. And veggies. And soups, gazpacho, and COVID testing. These orange tents are government COVID testing. There's a couple homeless guys. I don't think they want gazpacho though. There are a lot of homeless in this area. Problem is, I give them money here, there could be like I literally would be deluged. We'll go find somebody who's a little more isolated, and I won't like cause a riot. I was once in a street market in Nigeria, in Abuja, Nigeria. No, it was Kaduna, and we went into the street market just to sort of be stupid tourists and shop around. And immediately these little kids came up to us and they're like, "We will carry your bags." And they're like, "Oh, okay, whatever," you know, little like market kids. And they were like our guides. They would like take us around the market and everything like that. And we bought a few items. We go back to our driver. Our driver had no patience for these kids, and he's just like, "You give them 1 naira. Like Naira is like, I don't know, it was like a dime, 20 cents or something like that. I'm like, oh yeah, whatever, I'm gonna give this kid a Naira. So I give the kid a $10 bill US. Kid holds up the $10 bill and just starts screaming at his top. He's like, ah! He had this $10 bill. And then literally within seconds, there were like 20 kids surrounding our car. And then these old ladies were like coming up to our car, and they had live chickens. And the chickens had their like feet tied together, and they're sticking chickens in our window. And I'm just like, no, I don't need a chicken. And all these kids are just like, ah! And they're all smiling and everything. And then my buddy who's with me, he's just like handing out dollar bills, $1 bills, like there's no tomorrow, you know. He's like, here. The kids are like rocking our car. Our car's like physically being shook. The driver's nuts. He's like, get him away from me. He's honking the horn. He's like, get away, nah, nah, nah. He's yelling at them. I still remember the chickens coming through the window though. That was kind of a visual that was a bit funny. I haven't been back to Nigeria. I have a lot of Nigerian friends though. I want to go back. C'est la vie. What's going on down here? Donuts. Oof. I'm kind of hungry. Krispy Kreme donuts. Ooh. Donuts. We gotta go look at the donuts. Look at. Just come in for the smell. Oh, they got music on. I gotta make noise so the music doesn't like kill our YouTube channel with the music. Oh, they're all like Irish donuts right now. So YouTube goes nuts when there's like music playing. So we'll see. Maybe we had to block out the sound because of YouTube being so annoying. Because God forbid that background music that played over 10 seconds of my audio, he should have all the rights to my money. Because, you know, I don't know. Anyway, let's go down this way. We're heading towards the White House, but really there's nothing going on at the White House today. We're just sort of walking past to see anything's changed, which I doubt, and then we'll make our way down to the mall or something. Probably get another bicycle, ride past the monuments, and make our way back home. Kind of want to have a chill day today. I kind of want French fries. That's what I kind of want. Maybe we'll go over to Georgetown. I'm told there's another French fry place in Georgetown. Last week we went to the Amsterdam French fry place over by Adams Morgan. Maybe today we'll go into the Georgetown and get some French fries there. But let's walk through the city a bit, get our step count up. Where are we now? You guys always want to know where I'm at. I'm in Connecticut, and N is in Nancy Street Northwest. Connecticut and N. If we get to Connecticut and like H, we're basically near the White House. So we got to walk 5-6 blocks. It's getting warmer. Well, I'm in the shade now. It's pretty mellow. Ugh. I think there's a Shake Shack up here. I could almost go for a burger. So that's the Lucky Bar. That's a big soccer pub. I think the Arsenal game's on overnight now. I go stick my head in. I haven't been in there in 10 years, at least 10 years, 15 years. I used to watch matches there every week. That was before we had like all the games on TV. You had to go to a pub to watch a game. Arsenal's playing Tottenham right now. I don't even know the score. I think it's 0-0. Oh no, Tottenham's up 1-0. Who scored? Lamella. I don't like Tottenham. Alright, so we're losing by 1-0. Hey, birds. I was going to watch the game, but my kid's doing this online assignment on the TV, so couldn't watch the game. He's probably playing video games now. Uh-oh. Lots of screaming. Maybe. Nope, I think something just happened. I'm actually getting text messages from my friend in England right now. So some of these places still have plywood up. The government has asked everyone to take the plywood down. The riots, there are no riots. But some of these places are just like, no, we're going to leave it up. I mean, business might be out of business. I pointed out before, that's the Mayflower Hotel. That's where Governor Spitzer of New York got into so much trouble. And I just got a text message. There's another brush fire in the city. We haven't had rain in a while, and the brush is really, really dry. So you're getting all these vegetation brush fires break out all over the city the last couple days. The DC actually does have a brush fire unit that goes into the parks for brush fires. And out in the countryside, there's quite a few brush units. Not like California, but I mean, they do actually have dozers out in like Maryland because they have so much forest land. The Forest Service has like fire department bulldozers, which you don't really think of Maryland having like forest fires. I wonder, hang on a second. So that thumping noise you hear underneath is a subway. How's this one? There's a 10-mile range. That's okay, but there are better scooters than this one. 5-mile range? Come on. Okay, we'll get this one later. There's a 15-mile range a couple blocks away. I will pick him up after we go to the White House. We're pre-planning our scooter escape. Connecticut and L as in Larry. So 2 of you made super chat donations to me yesterday, and I was going to use those donations to buy a homeless guy something to eat if I can find one who's not, well, not crazy dangerous and not surrounded by other homeless guys who would start kind of a crazy riot. But at the moment, we haven't had much luck on that. So Valen and Cam in Sandy, Valen Francisco and Can in Singapore. I appreciate your donations. We will make good use of them soon. Just finding the right person. So Georgetown's down that way about 10 blocks, 15 blocks. We're going to head down there later. We're going to go up somewhere else. Maybe we'll go up 14th Street or something like that. I haven't taken you guys up. Maybe we'll go up there. Then I could get my French fries. So coming up ahead is K Street, Connecticut, and K Street. K Street is sort of a euphemism for the lobbying community. In the old days, all the lobbyists used to have their offices down here on K Street. They've now moved more all over the city, but K Street as an expression means the lobbying and the trade industry, the folks they represent. For a long time, the lobbyists were filled with Democratic staffers. Democrats controlled the House for almost 30 years, so most of the lobbying organizations were filled with Democrats. Then the Republicans took over the House, but the lobbyists continued to hire their Democratic colleagues until the Republicans got very upset, kind of closed the door to any organization that wasn't hiring former Republican staff, and that led to big battles. So now the trade associations are a little bit more mixed. They have Republican staffers and Democratic staffers. I mean, not like certain organizations, of course. Certain ones are policy-based. But trade associations that represent, say, a car maker or a power company or something like that, they'll be a little bit more blended Republican and Democrat. Farragut Square. This is never a fun street. There are a lot of people sleeping rough here. Sometimes you go up to someone and say, you know, can I help you out? And they're just like, I'm not homeless. And they're like, oh, sorry. All right, Connecticut and I. I is in Indigo. And we have another block to go until we get to the White House. You know what, actually we'll probably cut over this way. Black Lives Matter Plaza, 16th Street. Because there's no cars there, it's a little easier to walk. Oh, it got windy. Sometimes these buildings create wind tunnels. The wind whips around certain buildings and then you get in there and there's no wind anywhere else. So 16th or 17th and I, heading to 16th and I. And then we're going to walk right over to the White House. There should probably be some tourists, maybe a few protesters today. It's a Sunday. Sunday seems to bring out some organized protests usually. Though I haven't got any major announcements. Like if there's a major protest, we'll get like traffic announcements. Avoid this area due to First Amendment activities. The DC police tries to keep the cars from running into protesters. Oh, this is interesting. They reactivated the street light. The street light used to be flashing red. Now it's red and green. Oh, they are serious about reopening this plaza. So it is reopened to cars. Ah, Martin Odegaard. It's 1-1 Arsenal Spurs in the 44th minute. Yes. I might have to go home and watch the end of this game. So they did reopen 16th Street to traffic. My hat keeps blowing off. So a car lane has reopened and they got the green lights operational. Of course, some dum-dum parked their scooter in the middle of the road. Over the White House. No protest, just a bunch of tourists today. Should we do our part for reopening roads? I don't know if you know, but these things have a giant battery in them, and it weighs. That thing weighs like 50 pounds. I mean, it is not lightweight. It's not like a bike or like a little razor scooter with no battery. It's like a tank. If you threw that at someone or dropped it off a bridge, that'd cause some damage. That's St. John's Episcopal. That's the scene of President President Trump's photo. Though all the presidents have all gone to mass here at one time or another. This has been a very famous church for the White House. I wonder if Kennedy went to mass here. It's an Episcopalian church. I should wonder. Probably did. Some sort of service. Ah, there is a protest. Oh, they actually put up signs here. That's new. Or I've just never looked up and seen it before. Probably the latter. There's nothing going on. There's nobody coming. Honestly, the number of police cars are down too. Oh, that's because he's not here. So there's the White House. And it is pretty quiet. A few cars. See a few people walking around. But with him away, just not as popular. Let's see what we got. There's a protest over here. End the blockade. Oh, it's a Cuba thing. So it's free Cuba. I think that's a Cuban flag. End the economic blockade on Cuba, along with the perpetual anti-nuclear, every other cause in the world kind of protest that's been going on for, I want to say like 30 years or something like that. Halftime, 1-1 Arsenal. Okay, we may have to get home for this game. We may have to go home to see the end of this game. Now we got a scooter up ahead. I could probably get home in time for the end. Second half.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Those people are looking for a scooter too. I'm gonna go get it before them.
Look at that. This is actually
This nice big park is just empty. And they could actually open it today. I wonder if Vice President Harris's presence is keeping the park closed a little bit longer than it needs to be. She's staying in Blair House, which is just over there on the other side of those townhouses. And Cause an accident, lady. Oh, we got Razor scooters right here. Oh, we can get a scooter right now because Razors have got these big wheels. Razor scooters have a basket in the front, so if you run into anyone, the basket sort of takes them out, which is a little bit more convenient than you getting taken out. Check the battery life of these scooters. 95%. Which one is that? One. This one has 95% battery life. All right, let's take this one. Scooter not available. Oh, come on. So bloody annoying. It's in the geofence. You can't rent a scooter that's in the geofence. How are you supposed to get it out of here, guys? That's stupid. That's beyond stupid. All right, there's a couple more. 42%. 42%. I'd move it, but I think the alarm would go off. Let's try that. It says a ride cannot start inside the geofence. That's why these brand new scooters are not being ridden. Oh, and the brakes are going on. It thinks I'm trying to steal it, probably. I've got to physically push it outside of the geofence to get it to activate. Let's try it now. Or is it just going to constantly say it's in the fence? This scooter has been flagged for pickup. Oh, wait, screw them. Annoying. Alright, we can't pick that one up, but there's another one down the street. So they have like Uber drivers who go around in pickup trucks at the end of the day, and they grab all the scooters and they take them home and they charge them, and they pay them like $5 a scooter or something like that to recharge the scooters. It's pretty good business, I guess. If I had a truck in a warehouse. I looked it up on like some of the websites. Those scooters only cost like $400 or $500. So if a scooter is making, say, $20 a day, within a month, you know, you pretty much paid for it. That's weird. We got a bunch of scooters here. We got a bike over here too. We got a subway too. So we're outside the geofence now. There's tons of scooters. We'll wait for this light. It's a long one. 9 seconds. There's the light. We'll rent this one. Obey the law. Da da da. Got it. Unlock. It's unlocked. And away we go. Windy. Okay, we'll ride down to Pennsylvania Avenue, then we're going to make our way up Pennsylvania Avenue, through George Washington, over to Georgetown, and then on to my house. So I had 2 requests in the comments, one for the Exorcist Stairs and one for JFK's house. So maybe we'll show you both of those. So many cars. I don't like riding on the sidewalk, but there's cars everywhere. Lots of tourists here. Oh yeah, we can answer your question here. So the other day I did a video about steam tunnels, and you guys were asking, is the steam always there? And the answer is yeah. You can see a bit of it right now. It's hard to see because it's warmer. It's like, what is it, 60 degrees. But in case you were wondering, yes, there is still steam coming out of that tunnel, even on this summer day. Oof. Okay, let's get in this bike lane. We're at 17th and, I don't know, E is in Edward about? No, not E. 17th and F or G. F, I guess. And this cuts back behind the World Bank and then over into George Washington University. Whee! This is a pedal-assisted bike, so it's pretty fun to ride. It does go pretty quick. Oh, we even got a green light. I don't have to break the law like I usually do. That's a bus coming. Sounded like a... Woo, windy. I heard this loud noise coming behind me, and I was like, what the heck is behind me? Sounds like a helicopter. What this? Oh, is he going to turn? Yeah, you ain't turning in front of me. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, it's a... These are like the buses to New York. Like the student buses to New York. Dang, it's windy back here. Whoa. So yeah, I do have a mic. I do have a windscreen on the mic, but I imagine that didn't sound very good. Let's cut over here. My God, why do you get so windy? I can put another windscreen on the mic. I just have to talk louder. These buildings aren't really giving much of a wind block. That or is by just a tremendous speed on the bike. Let's see if we can do something about the microphone, because I think that probably was pretty annoying. All right, I'm gonna have to talk a little bit louder because I just put the mic underneath one of my hoodies. So it should be double protected against the wind, but we'll see. Yeah, you gotta stop. So we're back in the George Washington campus. That's the Marvin Center. That's their student union. I think I was here the other day. This is the student library. I was here the other day. So we're going to go up a different block so you guys can see something different. That's a cop. George Washington University Police. Bunch of empty food trucks. Kind of a bummer. Bumpity bump 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 bump. This is a Whole Foods. This is right down from George Washington Hospital, so a lot of med students and stuff will come over here, grab a grab-and-go lunch. And Sweet Green, that's that health food place. That's Georgetown University grads created this company, Sweet Green, and now they're all over the East Coast. I think New York has these even. And then the Circa at Foggy Bottom Pub. This is the hospital, George Washington Hospital. That's the med school over there. And this is the subway station, Foggy Bottom, George Washington University subway. Up here is the ER, the ambulance entrance. There's a nurse over here smoking a cigarette, I guess. No, he's getting his Uber lunch. No, he's being healthy. So, hospital entrance, but then the ambulance entrance is up here. Pretty quiet though. Emergency medicine. It is now called the Ronald Reagan Institute of Emergency Medicine, as their most famous patient was Ronald Reagan. However, when Reagan was taken here after the assassination, the hospital was on that side of the street. And that building over there, that used to be the hospital. And this was something else. But then they moved over to this side of the street. This is the Institute of Public Health. They moved the hospital over to this side of the street and expanded. But they still kept the name, the Ronald Reagan Institute for Emergency Medicine. Woo! I think also, oh, this is a homeless tent. He's got a generator going. I think also Vice President Cheney went to George Washington for his heart condition. So the surgeons at the cardiovascular surgeons at George Washington took care of Vice President Cheney. Yep. It's a lazy Sunday. There's nobody here. Whee! Oh, there's that wind again. Hey, the wind's still here. Wind's like, I'm still here. Honestly, I'm not sure if this French fry place is still open. Whoa! Come on, wind. Give me a break. Alright, this is silly. There we go, green. So many retail food outlets have closed due to the pandemic. So a lot of the little places I used to go for things no longer around. Oh, what happened there? Oh, the bike. Oh, I know what it was. I just went over Rock Creek Park or something. And we got geo-fenced. And now the bike is like, I don't want to pedal anymore. It should kick off in a second or two. This is a big Ethiopian place. I used to come here. George's King of, there we go. Ooh. King of Falafels. I thought that was a fry place. Alrighty, up we go. Yes, I really appreciate no momentum because you can't get past a car. The Georgetown streets are pretty narrow. Sometimes it's like only one car, one way can get by. Sometimes two cars can get by, but the people driving don't quite have the confidence needed to negotiate between two cars. What is it with all these bikes making these squeaky noises? Whee! So we're making our way up to the campus of Georgetown University, and then we're going to spin up the hill. Georgetown Cafe, Georgetown. A place very trendy. Let's get past this Nissan. Whee! Whoa, so windy. Oh, that tree's starting to bloom. There's a dogwood. Dogwoods come out, I think, like a week before the cherry blossoms. There's a medical helicopter behind me. What do we got going on here? So somebody were asking to see John F. Kennedy's house. That's the red brick house up here on the, what's this guy doing? The red house up here with the green shutters. This is where John F. Kennedy lived when he was a senator. 3307 N Street. 3307N. And someone was mentioning there was something at 34th, or maybe Jackie Onassis lived, or Jacqueline Kennedy after she was widowed. Oh, it's 3401. Maybe I have to double check the number. 3307 back there is where they lived as senator and as president-elect. This would be 3401 at the corner, if that's the address you were asking to see. Yeah, 3401. To double check that. And let's keep going up towards Georgetown. There are a few students in town. Ooh, it's windy. Oh, so windy. I might just cut out all the extreme wind noise if it's too windy on the playback editing. I know that drives you guys nuts. It drives me nuts listening to it. So right up there, that's the Exorcist house, 3600 Prospect. That's where they filmed The Exorcist. And down here is the Exorcist Steps, where these tourists are all behaving touristy. I don't want to go. Well, that's the Exorcist Steps. But there's a bunch of kids there. So we'll go around for a second until they run off. Maybe they'll get tired of bringing up the demons of the steps. And we'll turn around and go back over to the campus. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll show you this other house. Yeah, they're running in horror now. Go ahead. No, I'm just going to take a picture too. You guys go ahead and finish up.
Wait, you need another one. Because you were like closing your eyes. Hurry up.
So that's the house where they filmed.
Okay, what you do?
And then over here are the steps. Mm-hmm.
Is someone in the car?
Okay, cutie.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh, wait. Is that your phone? Oh, wow.
There's people coming up. Yeah.
Yo, when I got to it, I was like...
Oh, that was it. This bike is big. There we go. Okay, there we go. It's popular with the Instagram community. This is the Tombs. That's where I like to eat lunch, but it's been closed since COVID started, which is kind of annoying. All right, this is Trinity. This is the church for the Georgetown community, the Catholic church for the Georgetown community. This is where Joe Biden went to church as vice president, and he's been here 3 or 4 times as president. So we're at 36 and O Street Northwest, and now we're going to cut up past the bagel place. This pink building up on the right is Call Your Mother Bagels, and it's actually rated as one of the top 10 bagel places in the country, and by some of the people. And Biden actually went there for bagels after church one day. Call Your Mother Bagels. It's very popular also with the Instagram community because it's got a big pink door and everything like that. Oof. God, it's windy. Cobblestone Street, P Street. Don't think I moved the camera fast enough. All right, so now we got to go uphill for like, God, I don't know, a mile or something like that. I know it's annoying. Maybe we'll just stop at the barbecue joint, get some barbecue, watch the game on my phone or something. That might work. Q Street. Dent Street. Dent Street has a fire station, and it's a very important fire station because it has the donut truck. Well, it's not technically a donut truck, it's called a canteen truck, but it's for firefighter recovery. When there's a big fire, they dispatch the canteen unit, and that is a fire truck run by volunteers that provides food, water, fuel, whatever the guys need, coffee, anything they can when they're fighting a really big fire. They call out the canteen truck. So as a journalist, when you were a journalist in Washington, if you heard a call for the canteen rehab trucks, to go out, you knew it was a big fire. So it was worthwhile to cover that story. That's like a 3 or 4 alarm fire. And that's all run by volunteers. I think it's called the Friendship Fire Association. I believe that's the name of them. They're like a private organization. I think originally made up of like firefighters' spouses. This is the Duke Ellington School of the Performing Arts. Which is actually a public high school, but it sort of specializes in the performing and creative arts. This is the school you go to if you want to be a movie star, or work in a play or theater, or draw or write or paint. I think most of the kids, the public, others kids, they go up to this school called Woodrow Wilson, which is up in Northwest. As this area has become more and more expensive, there's fewer and fewer kids attending public schools in this area. Most of the kids all go to private schools. But I think there's a public school right here, elementary school. Hardy, yeah, Hardy Middle School. That's a private public school. But across the street is the British International School, which is where all the British diplomats keep their kids. And also a lot of kids from Commonwealth countries who are on the GCSE, A-level, O-level, British style education system before they go to British universities. So they stay over there. Whew. So we're gonna go back up here. There was actually a big fire here the other day. The Domino's Pizza caught fire. So, and it actually spread to like 2 or 3 buildings next door. So the firemen had to close this road off in the middle of rush hour the other day. Thankfully, rush hour is but a shell of what it once was. Another sweet green. Where's the Domino's? It's the next block. Three, two, 1, 0. Sorry, bud, no. Don't carry cigarettes. I'm bicycling. I'm exercising. I'm not the kind of guy who has cigarettes at the ready. Maybe? No? Yeah, so here's the Domino's that caught fire. Oh, it smells like a burned building. Whew, there's all steam burned up on the inside. And it spread over to this Indian place. Even the post office got smoke damage. Chipotle was all right. They're used to spicy stuff. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna ditch this bike and go get some barbecue. All right. End the ride. Lock the bicycle. Bike is locked. I did lock it. Come on, guys. There we go. Thanks for riding. The ride was okay. So we're in Glover Park again. And it looks like we're going to Rockland's to get some barbecue. As we do. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. What? Oh, okay, I'll show you one video of the food. But we're gonna go inside and grab our order and then eat it out here. Oh, how's it going, man?
How are you doing?
All right. Wow, it's crowded. Isn't it?
Very good.
Busy, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Come a little bit later. Then we'll get a burger today. I had to get just a burger. Barbecue was packed.